So the Invincible versus beta is over, and I have thoughts. First off, I want to declare this, and I know this might be a hot take, but I think it was good. Come on, damn it. Shut up! Shut up! Please, shut up. Let me explain. Let me elaborate myself. First off, I think the game felt good. Definitely felt way better than the alpha. I actually did play the alpha, and while I enjoyed it a little bit, but to be fair, I did not put in nearly as much time as I should have. I clocked in about, off the top of my head, 11 hours on the Invincible versus beta. To be fair, a lot of those hours were just on the menu while I was doing other shit because I'm stupid. But when it comes to my record, I won exactly 62 games. And I can tell you, you can believe me or you can choose not to, but I will tell you I only lost one set. I played every single day the beta was available, and I played quite a few matches. Not as much as other people, because I did see some dudes who just had hundreds of wins who clearly are unemployed. But I did have my own time with the game, and I did play it enough that I can confidently say the game feels good. It feels good to press buttons. The combos, while simplistic, were like mildly satisfying at first, but here's where we come to the issues. This game, and I don't think this is a hot take in the slightest, I think anybody can agree with this. This game is scrubby. Really damn scrubby. I mean, I have never seen so many people just randomly mashing buttons. And these were people with like 40 plus wins that just, you could tell, either have only played MK9 when they were like 8 years old, or just have some sort of mental disability, because otherwise I cannot explain to myself how these people even function in this game. It is a bit crazy to me, but I do have to be patient because this is an Invincible game. It is the Invincible property, and there are few properties, especially nowadays, that are being more LARP. I guess LARP is kind of a wrong term, but more played and more propagated than Invincible. You know, I would go as far as to say that this game specifically, being tied to Invincible, legitimately does more damage to it than if it was like some original property from Skybound and Quadro, because you are bringing in such a huge, massive wave of just the most casual people. You know, like, I cannot tell you the amount of times I played against a guy. I was genuinely so dumbfounded by how stupid and how dumb he was. I went into his profile, and I kid you not, the only games were Fortnite, GTA 5, and 2K. That is the type of people that is playing the Invincible versus beta. That is the type of people that are Invincible fans for the most part, because you can't just outline everybody like that, because Invincible is a massive property. You know, you have people like me who have been playing fighting games their whole life, but you also have people like that just play 2K, COD, Fortnite. That's their entire gaming career, if you can even call that a career, but I digress. This game is overrun with casuals, and we have seen that on the discourse online. The ridiculous amount of rage quitters. For the love of God, it is a beta. Are you dead ass? Are you, like, look at me in my eyes, which you can't see right now, but I don't give a fuck. Try to connect yourself with my eyes mentally. Look at me in my face and tell me it is that serious. I want you to genuinely look me in the eyes and tell me it is perfectly fine to rage quit in a beta. You are a loser. I'm sorry to tell you. I don't care if this is your first fighting game. I don't care. If you are genuinely getting that mad over a beta, you're not an adult. And if by terms of age you are, I think you should be psychiatrically evaluated, and they should actually give you a real age, because you are a child. You are not mentally capable enough to understand what is important and what isn't. Small rant aside, let's get to the important parts. The beta was good. I think the gameplay was fun. I mainly just stuck with Omni-Man, Alan, and Battle Beast for the whole time. I know a lot of people, especially on Twitter, were saying that Battle Beast is hella broken, we hate the armor and all that. Honestly, Battle Beast felt fine. He's definitely a bit stupid, a bit unga bunga, but I wouldn't go as far as to say he's broken, especially this early. We barely know anything about this damn game, and people are already claiming tier lists and to know everything when they don't even know how to break out of a damn combo. Like, be dead ass for 1 second. That's also something I want to talk about. It is genuinely insane to me the amount of people that will go into a game, not just any game, a fighting game, okay, which are notorious. Again, I don't give a let me be professional. I don't give a frick if you are a casual and you've never played a fighting game before. You know how these games are unless you've been living under a rock. You know fighting games are sweaty. That's why you've never played them before. You're scared of playing them because you don't want to be that sweaty. Still, you know what you're gonna encounter, and you are willingly avoiding the tutorial. What is wrong with your brain? Are our brains shrinking? And I mean that in the most genuine way possible. Now, it's one thing to be like, oh, I just want to try this game out, press a few buttons, have fun, and avoid the tutorial because for you it's a waste of time. You know, you're not really going to put a lot of time into it. But if you're actually trying to play and you're getting mad that you're losing when you don't know what a counter tag is, grow up. You are stupid. Your brain is minuscule. Please educate yourself and grow as a person. Unfortunately though, while it might sound like this is the exception, these are the type of people that permeate the entire player base, or most of the player base of this game, because of course you are going to have a lot of fighting game players, because I think this game is pretty attractive to people who have been playing fighting games and are looking for another tag fighter that is high action, high speed, all of that. We all wanted to try it. But again, Invincible, tons and tons and tons of normies, people who just got a PS5 and have 2 games downloaded, and these are the people you're gonna find. And these are also the people that are gonna be yelling at the game, that are gonna be getting mad, that don't introspect, that when they lose, they don't fault it on themselves in any type of way. Even if they made a billion mistakes, they will always focus on just the one thing that the other guy did, instead of focusing on what they did wrong. These are the people that are going to be playing the game. And here's where the title of the video comes in. I think this is the biggest issue, not just with Invincible Versus, but with fighting games nowadays. You can try to make a fighting game as easy as possible. Look at Modern and Street Fighter 6. Look at Dragon Ball FighterZ. And as a matter of fact, I do want to point out FighterZ, because FighterZ is one of the few games in recent memory that actually did this right. It doesn't matter how easy you try to make a game for people who've never played fighting games before. That doesn't matter. These dudes don't give a fuck about how easy their game is, because the only thing that will make them stay and play longer is if they feel rewarded for it. That is why FighterZ succeeded. Dragon Ball FighterZ succeeded because it is Dragon Ball, first of all, one of the biggest properties of all time, and also cool as fuck. There's not a single thing you do in that game that doesn't make you feel like you're a goat. And that's why people, let me use the term, ball and gun gamers, were playing the shit out of that game. A friend of mine who literally just plays 2K every single day of his life, and the only other thing he touches is Fortnite, was learning combos. Well, mind you, he was playing Vegito and SSJ4 Gogeta and Blue Gogeta, so he's a bit of a, I guess you could call him a rainbow person. But he was learning. He was putting hours into a fighting game. This man, this ball and gun gamer. And he was not the only one. There are more of them that I know, because FighterZ was a generational fighting game when it comes to getting people into it. And unfortunately, games like 2XKO, games like Multiversus to a certain extent, but not exactly, since platform fighters exist on their own realm, but mainly 2XKO and now Invincible Versus are suffering because they did it wrong. It does not matter how easy you make it. The point is making it so fucking cool that no matter how hard it is, you want to become better. That's what FighterZ did, and that's what I think Invincible Versus should have done, but unfortunately it is just stuck in this bad position where I don't want to be one of those guys that says, oh, this game looks like shit, oh my god, it's so ass, this looks like a game people would be playing in movies, because I think those people are wrong. But it's pretty clear that this game can't compete with, FighterZ, as I just mentioned, To be honest, it can't really even compete with Guilty Gear, with Street Fighter 6, with with MK1. The visuals are just not to that level, and that's not to shit on the game because I really like it. Again, I really like this beta, and it shows promise. I am excited to see what the full product becomes, but it's just not enough to turn Tyler, who parties every weekend, just talks to 7 girls, and has a Christian verse in his bio, who only plays Fortnite and Roblox, into a fighting game player. That it's just not enough. And I think that is the biggest issue with this game, and it pains me. It pains me to see because I think this game has potential. I truly do hope that when the game releases, they find a way to bridge that gap. They find a way to make this game more enjoyable for casual players. But my hopes are not that high, honestly. And it pains me. It really pains me to say that. But yeah, that's about all I can say. The beta was good. I didn't go that in depth into mechanics because honestly, I just don't think I'm good enough at that. And if you really want an in-depth look into mechanics and how the game operates, I don't know, man. Look at Diaphone. Look at Brian F. Look at Max. Look at anybody else who has been doing this shit for years and has a lock on it. I'm just giving my opinion on why I think this game will not do that good. Because look at 2XKO. It's free and look how it's doing. I just don't know if this game would stand the test of time as much as I do myself enjoy it. So yeah, have a good one.